Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today we're going to talk about some new makeup that has launched over the past 2 weeks or so. This video is inspired by Samantha Marsh's Will I Buy It series as well as Amy Loves Makeup new indie makeup series, so I'm not going to blabber on any further. Let's hop into it. We've got a lot of new makeup to talk about, you guys. Obviously I'm not buying any of it because I'm on a no buy, but I still like to chat about it. So let's kick it off with the inside of the Kaleido Cosmetics, I want to say the Arthurine palette. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. But this is their first blush palette. I think it's their first cheek product. And last time I chatted about this, we had just seen the cover art, and the cover art is absolutely adorable. But we hadn't seen the inside, and I have to say, it's a really pretty palette. I think I'd be way more tempted if these were cream blushes. I'm really just on a cream blush kick. I haven't really been using my powder blush a whole lot, so the fact that it's powder is kind of stopping me from purchasing this. But I think maybe eventually I will buy 1 or 2 of the singles pans. The nice thing about this palette, along with Menage's other palettes, is that all of their pans are sold as singles as well. So if you don't want the whole palette, you just want like 2 or 3 shades, that's an option. And I love that they did that with this blush palette as well. This palette is up on their website, but I think it's sold out as of right now. There might be a pre-order happening, but I know like the first round of like buy it and get it shipped to you right away was sold out. Next up, we have the Digital Dust Duo Blushes from Melt Cosmetics, and I know a lot of people are going like crazy over these. They're just not doing it for me, and I think it's just because the shades don't really flatter my skin tone. The impression in the pan is just crazy gorgeous. I think it looks incredible, but the product itself is kind of unusable to me, so obviously I went with purchasing this one. You guys, we have 2 new mascara launches that I'm intrigued by. The first one is from M Cosmetics. It's called the Me Up Mascara. This is an interesting launch for M Cosmetics. I think really up until this point they've really released a lot of like color cosmetics, like blushes and lip products, and I think they have an eyeshadow palette too. So a mascara palette was not what I thought their next launch would be, but I'm really excited to see that they did launch one. Everything that they've created has been beautifully formulated from what I can tell from the reviews. I haven't tried any of it myself, but I have a feeling this mascara will be no different. The packaging is beautiful. It's like a matte lilac-y shade, like a really light lilac shade. I think it's gorgeous. Again, haven't watched any reviews, but I'm interested. I'm also interested in the Kosas Meet the Big Clean. Oh, it's not Meet the Big Clean, it's just the Big Clean mascara. It's supposed to give you jumbo lashes, and I haven't really watched the reviews on this one either, but I'm really interested in it. I want to get more into clean makeup because I just feel like I'm learning more and more that what you put on your skin is really like going into your body, and I want to make sure that I'm putting good things into my body, including the makeup that I'm applying to my face. So I'm intrigued by this one. But again, I haven't really watched any reviews on it, so I can't really give a ton of thoughts on it. You guys, this next one I am so excited about, and it's the Tower 28 Shine On Milky Lip Jelly. These are available now. I've seen swatches of them on several people, and I'm kind of in love with them, you guys. These are supposed to be the milkier, slightly more pigmented version of the Shine On lip jellies that Tower 28 I was gonna say currently sells, but I think these glosses are out now. But their previous glosses that they had in their line, I feel like this was an incredibly smart move on Tower 28's behalf, because before they just had like lip jellies in like brighter tones. I mean, this isn't really bright, this is a deep purple, but in these kind of sheer colorful tones, I feel like people are really into that sheer, nice glossy natural nude lip, and these definitely hit that mark, especially if they're the same formula as their other lip jellies. These are incredibly comfortable, super moisturizing, absolutely fantastic lip products. So I'm super into this one. Honestly, I kind of want all the shades. I don't need all the shades, but if I had to pick one, I feel like I would probably pick Oat, which is the peachy pink. It's like the lightest shade. It seems like it would go with a lot of different looks and be really versatile. I'm also really intrigued by Soul Body's newest release. They're releasing face and body bronzer balms. So the balm part kind of throws me off because like when I think of a balm, I think of something kind of like, not greasy, but something really emollient and kind of moisturizing. And I don't hate the idea of a moisturizing bronzer, especially as we're entering into fall and winter where I live. My skin does tend to get a little bit drier, and my cheeks can always use a little bit of extra hydration during that time. But like for the summertime, I don't know. I'm questioning the balm part of this. I'm also questioning the shades on these just a little bit. I feel like they all look really yellow. Maybe that's just me. At least the two lightest shades look very yellow, and I'm not sure the deepest shades goes deep enough. I haven't really done a deep dive into this product because, again, I'm not really purchasing anything right now, but I haven't really done a deep dive to kind of check and see if it does show up nicely on deeper skin tones or if it's just not deep enough. I don't need these because I already have some cream bronzers, but I am intrigued to hear some people talk about them because I know finding an affordable cream bronzer is not really easy. I think the most affordable one that I have is the Tower 28 one, and even that one's still like 20 bucks. These ones are $15 a piece, and they do come in quite a few shades, so I don't know. I was excited about that one, but also kind of like, are you really going to be good, or are you just going to be a disastrous launch? Next product I want to chat about is actually one that I posted on my story a few days ago, and you guys pretty much talked me out of this one, but I wanted to share it anyways. Colourpop is coming out with a little So Juicy mini set, and you guys know I have this weakness for mini lip products. I don't know why. I have quite a few mini sets in my collection that I just absolutely adore. I find myself reaching for them over my full-size lip products, and I really wanted to try the So Juicy formula for quite a while. I don't know why, because like a lip gloss is a lip gloss is a lip gloss, but for some reason I really wanted to try this one and I can't get it out of my head, so I'm kind of contemplating grabbing this little set because the shades look really gorgeous and like ones that I would use up. So maybe when my low buys up, I'm not sure. You guys, this next one I was so excited for. Kaleido Cosmetics is coming out with a new collection. They're calling it the Fresh Fantasy Escape Collection. Maybe, I don't know, but they're coming out with 2 eyeshadow palettes in this collection, along with 3 contour palettes and a lip gloss. Out of the eyeshadow palettes, the purple one definitely catches my attention, although I've seen swatches of both and they're both absolutely incredibly gorgeous. But I don't know, I'm just more into color these days. I'm not really reaching for my, well, that's a lie, I'm not reaching for my neutral palettes. I'm just like good on neutral palettes. I'm a little bit intrigued by their contour palettes. I'm not like super into contour right now, I'm not gonna lie. I've been more into just like cream bronzer and cream blush and calling it a day. But for some reason this packaging and the shades really appeal to me. So I'm kind of intrigued, but I don't know. I haven't really made up my mind on those. Next up we have a collaboration between Nikkietutorials and I think Beauty Bay. They came out with a palette together, and at first when I saw this palette I was like, I don't really think I like you. I wasn't a big fan of the color story, but the more that I see this and the more that I see swatches of this palette, I do think it is a really gorgeous, really fun palette with a fun, versatile color story. Not something I'm going to be purchasing because I own these shades and I don't really feel excited to try out the Beauty Bay formula, and I'm not like a huge follower of Nikkietutorials, so I don't really have that emotional connection to the palette, but objectively I do think it's a cool palette and I'm interested to see some looks come out of it. Okay, I'm going to keep this next one brief because I know everyone and their mother is talking about Rare Beauty, but I have to say I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm not really always excited when it comes to celeb beauty lines. I just feel like they're kind of like half-baked ideas, but I really like Rare Beauty. There are a couple of products in particular that really caught my attention. The foundation, the concealer, the liquid blush, the highlighter, maybe the lipsticks. So like a lot of it. I just love the packaging. I've always loved Selena Gomez, and I think she may have some cool products. Obviously not buying it right now, but it is something that I would consider purchasing in the future. Next up, we have a very controversial palette from Natasha Denona, and this is the Glam Palette. So this is the 4th one of the slightly smaller palettes that she's released that retail for $65. This one is more of a cool toned palette. Well, I feel like it walks the line between cool toned and neutral. But the whole controversy surrounding this palette was really the shade names. So the shades are named things like crease, inner corner, outer eyelid, brow bone highlight, center eyelid, things like that, which I just feel like that's kind of weird. Not to mention that all of these shades that are in those positions are pretty much only, like, they only serve that purpose if you have a very light skin tone, so I feel like it's not very inclusive for a palette. She did say on her story that you can rearrange the shadows, and she showed how you can rearrange the shadows if you have a deeper skin tone, but like, I don't know, I just feel like that could have been done differently. Like maybe she could have included some sort of insert in the packaging that said like, if you have a lighter skin tone and want to follow these, like do it this way. If you have a deeper skin tone and want to create looks, do it this way, and like name the shadows like normal names. I don't know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I really have zero interest in purchasing this palette because it's so cool tone and it doesn't have a lot of depth, so it just doesn't really tickle my pickle at all. Okay, this next product is a really weird one, but I think the weirdness is why I want to try it. And Milk Makeup is coming out with a hydro spray. That's the product I'm talking about, and it's said to be a clean, alcohol-free, dual-phase setting spray that refreshes makeup and keeps makeup locked in place for 12 hours. So it says it's a non-sticky spray, so it's not like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer because that is supposed to be very sticky. So I'm not really sure how this is supposed to work. I'm really intrigued by it. It's definitely something I would really like to try, but I'm really curious to see how it works. I haven't heard any reviews on this. I don't think, oh, it was available yesterday when I'm filming this video, so it's just come out, so I haven't really heard anyone chatting about it, so I'm excited to see what this one is like. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is more like makeup news than a product like that I'm considering purchasing, but I really want to shout it out because one of my favorite brands, Terra Moons, actually released 2 quads that they're selling at Urban Outfitters. I believe one, if not both of these quads are already sold out. I'm not sure if they're going to do a restock, but like, how freaking cool is that? Like, I'm so excited for Terra Moons. Their shadows are absolutely incredible. I've done several videos on my channel with them that I can link down below if you guys want to learn more about their shadows, but I'm just really excited for them. I thought that was really, really cool. Speaking of Terra Moons, they're actually previewing a couple of new glosses. I feel like a couple of weeks ago on Terra Moons' story, the owner was kind of gathering feedback about some glosses that she was creating that had some of the chameleon pigment mixed in. If you guys aren't familiar with Terra Moons' shadow, the chameleon shadows are their like iridescent multi-chrome shadows. So they're multi-chromes, but they have white bases. So it's just kind of like a multi-chrome reflect rather than like having that super deep intense base, which is really cool. I'm not 110% sure I would love it in my lip gloss, but it looks like they have a couple of like just cream shades in here as well. I'm excited to see kind of what Terra Moons does with this. I haven't really tried any lip products from very many indie brands, so I would love to try this one from Terra Moons. You guys, Fenty Beauty is bringing back another mini gloss bomb set. They came out with one last Christmas and I was this close to buying it like 5 times, like seriously, in the store with the intention of purchasing it. It wasn't in the store, that was the problem. But I have been dying to try the gloss bomb formula for so long. As I already said, I have a weakness for mini lip products and they look so stinking cute. I actually like the colors in this year's bundle way more than the color in last year's bundle, so this may be the year that I do it. We'll have to see. They're also releasing a mini of the Stunna Lip Paints, like a pinky shade and a red shade. I am intrigued by the Stunna Lip Paints, but at the same time I'm like, Sydney, you don't need more liquid lipstick. You have far too much liquid lipstick that you don't wear, so I think I'm going to skip over those. But they are really stinking cute. Alright, the last release I want to talk about today is a collaboration with Kaleido Cosmetics and my friend Monica over on Instagram. It was recently announced that she is going to come out with a palette with them. It's called the Companion Palette, and I haven't seen the inside. I know nothing about the color story, but I'm already excited. She creates really, really gorgeous looks, really creative looks, and I'm really, really excited to see the color story that she curates. If the inside has been announced by the time this video goes up or by the time I finish editing it, I will insert a picture right there so you guys can see the inside, but I'm excited for this one. I'm thinking since it's called the Companion Palette, it's not going to be necessarily like a cohesive color story in and of itself. Like it's more going to have like fun like super textured shades or like duochrome shades. That's what I'm kind of expecting, but I would love to know what you guys are expecting down in the comments down below. Alright you guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. It has been a very long one because there was a lot of new makeup that I wanted to chat about, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. As always, please leave me a comment letting me know what new releases really caught your attention this week. Were there ones that I chatted about? Were there ones that didn't make it into this video for me? I'd love to talk to you guys about it down below, but that's gonna be it for me today. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!